Good morning, church. Welcome back to our daily devotion insight. This morning, I want to share a devotion with you entitled, Remember What the Lord Has Done. Alright? And let's look at Psalm 77, verse 11. And here it says, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. You know, when we are going through difficult moments in life, it's natural that we cry out to God for help. And when we do that, oftentimes it brings us peaceful assurance of faith that God will come to our rescue. But this is not always the case. Sometimes when we are going through difficult moments in life, we become more doubtful. Why? Because the things that are happening around us, it doesn't seem to match up, or it doesn't seem to be compatible with who God is or what God has said. For example, God has said that He is our healer, but we haven't received that healing yet. He says that He is our provider, but we haven't seen that provision yet, and so on and so forth. In other words, instead of being delivered from the difficulty, yet we still remain in it. God has heard our cry, but yet our trouble remains and nothing good is happening. And this feeling, it is really frustrating, right? It's like, we say, God, I know you are there, but why won't you help me the way that I needed to be helped? It feels very frustrating. And this frustration, it then grows into bitterness. And as a result, all kinds of negative thoughts begin to creep into our mind, and we begin to say all kinds of nasty stuff towards God. Just like the psalmist in verse 7 to 9, he said all these things. Will the Lord reject forever? Will He never show His favor again? Has His unfailing love vanished forever? Has His promise failed for all time? Has God forgotten to be merciful? Has He in anger withheld His compassion? Church, you see, it's not that we don't believe in God, but it's difficult when the reality doesn't accommodate the belief that we have. And so, there's a gap between our belief and our reality. And so, what should we do in this gap? In this gap, what we should do is to remember what the Lord has done. But you may ask, why should we remember what the Lord has done? What is the purpose? It doesn't give us any benefit, right? It won't change the situation to become better, right? Yes, it may not change the situation to become better, but there is one thing that it can surely change to become better, and that is us. When we remember what the Lord has done, and when we are reminded about His goodness, His greatness, His faithfulness in our life, something begins to change in us. Our mind begins to be renewed, our hearts begin to be revived, and our spirit begin to be strengthened. From somebody who was feeling despair, but when we remember what the Lord has done, we now become hopeful. From somebody who is feeling discouraged, but when we remember what the Lord has done, we now become confident. When that happens, when we remember what the Lord has done, no matter how bad is the situation, that remembrance, it gives us the power to persevere on, to hang on through the pain, and it will help us to fire up our faith in God. Amen? Church, remember what the Lord has done, alright? And to remember what the Lord has done in the midst of nothing good happening is not something that we can casually do, but it requires an intentional effort. It is a conscious effort, and it is a choice that we have to make on purpose to remember what the Lord has done in our life. So church, in my closing, right now, you may be going through some tough times in your life, and God seems to be silent. And you are stuck in this gap between your belief and your reality. If you are in this situation, may I encourage you, church, let us remember what the Lord has done. Amen? And when you do that, you will persevere through your pain. You will hang on. you will become hopeful, and your faith in God will remain steadfast. Amen? May you be encouraged with this devotion, and you have a great day today. God bless you.